It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Packers and the Jaguars, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and our home team. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror. Go in Week 5 on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And in hindsight, probably should this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This defense for the Jags, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, but they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming. Way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The kick by Parkey is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. rookie adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. To return, here's Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From the 45 on second down, Lawrence. That is taken in by Hurst. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run. It's Etienne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. While the trainers take, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Taylor. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Amari Rodgers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The give is to Jones. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And it's incomplete. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Rodgers now on first down. Making the catch, it's Winfrey. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Juwan Winfrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Parkey with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Lawrence. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. After the sack on first down, Lawrence going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try to run with ETN into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up in. Touchdown! Complete at the 1. Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As it's time, we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Both teams making their final adjustments. We're closing in on the second half. And for the call, let's get you back over to London, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Good defense, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Rodgers. That'll be caught by Rodgers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
They'll go again to Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Parkey adds the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Welcome back now here in London. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Etienne once more. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him? I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Caleb Chesa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter, the rest of this game very interesting.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. That is caught by Rodgers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there complete to Rodgers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down. It's Jones, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So on comes the kicker, Cody Parkey, in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Parkey's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
London about set to take over on offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can set the done. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And